Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today, Tapping with Terry. I want to talk about fear. What is fear? What is this whole thing? What is fear even? We feel it all the time. It seems like we're having something we're afraid of, whether it be of shooting, something serious as shootings, or it could be something as perhaps simple as maybe we left the lights on, we're afraid we're going to get in trouble or something. However it is, we are constantly entertaining fear. We really only have two original fears, they say, as far as the fear of falling and the fear of loud noises. I recently returned from Jack Canfield's success seminar, Breakthrough to Success, in Arizona, and we really emphasized what the acronym for fear is. Fantasized experiences appearing real. Now, why is that? Why is that? Because fear is actually all imagined. Until you have experienced it, it really is a future. You could even take fantasized and say future experiences appearing real, because you're imagining that you're going to forget your answers on your test. You're imagining something awful will happen when you, let's say, stand up in front of the class and give your essay. You're imagining things that are frightful and fearful. Now, let's take it from this next. I love this lesson I want to share with you from Jack Canfield. And this is the way the phrase goes. And you can tap with this, and this is how we'll use this that we taught. We didn't use this for tapping with Jack Canfield, but the instant we studied it, I was like, this is what I want to share with you guys. So if this is something of the future, it's imagined, it hasn't happened yet, then let's play with this sentence. I mean, we really do feel fearful. I'm not saying that we're not afraid. I am definitely afraid when I have my large audiences on stage and on video that I'm like, I'm afraid. I'm feeling afraid that I might forget something, that I have an important point or a topic that I wanted to make sure and share with my audience. That's a very real fear for me. Well, let's take this, but I've imagined it. I haven't actually forgotten the important topic that I wanted to share. And I most often do remember. So the fear is just something that of the future I'm fantasizing about, or imagining, if is another word for it. Now, here's the sentence structure that from Jack Canfield. I'm going to read it so I'll get it just right for you. And this is how it reads. I am afraid to speak on stage, in front of a large audience. Then you take it to the next part. I'd really like to, and then now you say your affirmation. I'd really like to feel confident and secure in remembering my content. Then you'll say, and I scare myself by imagining forgetting my important topic I wanted to share if I did. So I am imagining, I'm afraid of something in the future. So let's play with this. So we would use the side of our hand, and we're going to imagine we're afraid we're going to mess up and forget our important topic. And even though I am afraid, now I can say even though I'm afraid, because then I'm giving myself permission that my subconscious is feeling afraid. But why do I say even though? Well, I'm acknowledging I'm a little afraid, but even though I feel this way, and then remember what we said on our last part, we said, I'd really like to. So now we say an affirmation. Even though I feel really afraid I'll forget my answer, I really like to feel confident and proud that I did a great job. And then we can even continue and say, I scare myself by imagining that I'm going to mess up or feel bad if I did. So that's my emotion. I'm going to, I'm imagining that I'm going to feel less than. I'm going to feel powerless. I'm going to feel very scared. Any of those types of things. So now, after you go through your points, and we are going through and you're saying it again, let's go through it. Even though I'm afraid, I'm not going to do my best, and I'm really scared, I'd really like to feel confident and solid with my topics sharing. Even though I am afraid, I choose to feel better about speaking on this important topic for my audience. Now, what is it that my key part is? Remember, when you're doing affirmations, they say make it specific. So next we're going to go, I'm going to start at the eyebrow. That's where I like to start. And remember, if you have a question on the points, go to the website, tappingwithterry.com, and it's all there for you. But just tapping and saying, what is it that I'm tapping about? Even though I'm afraid I'm going to forget my answers, now I'm going to say, I'm afraid I'm going to forget the important topic that I want to share with everyone. I'm afraid I'm going to forget the important topic that I want to share with my audience. I am afraid of possibly forgetting and not doing my best with my audience. I am afraid I may not do my best, and I may forget that important topic that I want to share with my audience. I really want to share this important topic with my audience. I'm afraid I might not do my best. Collarbone. I'm afraid I'm going to forget the important topic that I want to share with my audience. Under the arm. I really feel afraid. And I'm also even feeling just plain old scared of not doing my best. Then top of head. I'm afraid of forgetting and not doing my best on stage and sharing the topic that I know is important to share with my audience. I like to do a breath. Not everyone does a breath after, but that's what I like to do, and I teach in my workshops to take a nice belly breath, slow belly breath if you can. And then you'll notice you can kind of almost feel, and it's amazing if you just hung in there a little bit. Usually by about 3 rounds we can continue here, and we're going to start integrating a little bit of affirmations with it. How do I want to feel? So we're going to go a little bit back and forth. Now let's continue. And I'll say, I'm still afraid that I might mess up and not do my best for my audience. I really want to do my best. And I am really an enjoyable speaker. Under eye. Oh, no, you're not. You have a lot of doubt. Under nose. You really enjoy sharing tapping. And it feels good seeing people feel good. You have that important topic that you know everyone is going to so enjoy. And they always get big wins, and it feels so good. Collarbone. I do have a little doubt in myself, but I'd like to be confident about speaking in front of the large audience. Underarm. I really enjoy sharing my topic with people and how they can tap and feel so much better. Top of head. I do enjoy helping people overcome their limiting beliefs, and it feels good. I like it. And I know they do too. Now I'm checking in with myself. I feel a little better. And I don't always teach the 0 to 10 because real life, we're not always there wanting to just check in. Oh yeah, I think maybe it's a 3 or so. When you're working maybe with a clinician or a practitioner, that's really valuable because it gives you a sense of how you're being able to, if you're staying static, maybe you need to get more specific with your words, or if you are feeling it coming down a little bit. As we continue, I'm going to do another round, and let's just continue this time and start integrating how I want to feel. I really enjoy empowering my audience, and I love teaching that subject about tapping and how they can feel so good. You know, now that I think of it, I feel pretty good about it. I love sharing about the tapping. And it's so great to be able to talk to so many people and share with so many people at one time. Well, I think maybe I'm not scared. Maybe I'm just excited. I know I am excited. I've been waiting for this moment, loving the time that I get to speak on stage to my large audience. How often I have imagined it. And I always imagine it with smiles on everyone's faces, because that's how I remember all the times before. It feels so good. I choose to remember the good times that I've shared tapping. I choose to feel better about sharing my speaking subject and about that topic that I know they're all going to love. In fact, I love sharing it so much, I'm not going to forget about it. I do feel rather proud of teaching the prime tapping and the empowerment people can feel, and it really feels good to see them feel good. So I'm being very vulnerable, sharing things that were perhaps my direct fear. I have a time where I'm going to be speaking on a large stage coming up very soon. And yes, it is of the future. Yes, it is imagined. And I can remind myself that it's not real. There's no reason to get sweaty about it and just really worry. And I can tap before I step up, just like any other speaking event and any other time. From back from school, whether I'm doing a front of the class essay or speaking in front of 400 people, it really is excitement and feels good. I want to encourage you to use the tapping, identify what it is, recognize that you are afraid, and recognize that it hasn't happened yet. This is of the future. It's imagined experience. It's a fantasized. It's a false. It's false because it hasn't happened yet. You've imagined it, fantasized about it, appearing real. It's not real at all. It's like a really good Disneyland ride where they have it where you're imagining the results, and you think, and you get out and you find out you weren't on the roller coaster at all. It was all just of the illusion that you were actually in that one place, like a 3D. And so I'm going to let you go with that. I hope that you have fun with this, play with it, and keep tapping. It works and it feels great. It will help you in so many aspects of your life, from the board meeting to the time that you're going in front of the ball game. It can help you feel empowered and feel good. Thank you.